Morning, Pre-K. Today I'm going to read you a funny story because Miss Stewart likes to laugh. Do you like to laugh? So we're going to read a funny story, and then if we have time, we'll go over our letters and our letter sounds. Does that sound good? Okay. Our story is Mother, and usually we say Mother Goose, and Mother Goose wrote a lot of the nursery rhymes that we sing in class, but there's an X over Mother Goose, and it says Mother Bruce. And Bruce and Goose rhyme. And this isn't a goose, this is a bear. And then I see all these little goslings, so baby geese all over him. Does he look happy to you about these geese being on him? He doesn't look happy. He looks confused to me. And it's from the New York Times bestseller, Ryan T. Higgins. Very good. So we're going to read this funny story together. And then I see animals and I see illustrations, not photographs. So if I had to guess, it's probably a pretend story. It's probably not real. Oh, and I see a little cottage in the woods. Mother Bruce. For Griffin, the silliest goose I know. Bruce was a bear who lived all by himself. He looks kind of grumpy to me. He was a grump. Grump is maybe when you're in a bad mood or you don't like to be around people or maybe you're pouty and being mean. He did not like sunny days. Ugh, look, he thinks the sun is too bright. He did not like rain. He doesn't like sun or the rain. He did not like cute little animals. That bunny looks so cute. But he doesn't like that bunny. He's being grumpy. Bruce only liked one thing. Eggs! He collected them from all over the forest. Good morning, Mrs. Sparrow. Because a lot of birds lay eggs in their nest, and he is going and taking the eggs from their mom. But Bruce didn't like to eat eggs raw like other bears. So raw is when you don't cook something. When your mommy buys chicken at the store, it's probably raw, and then you have to cook it in the oven or on the stove. Look at all of these fancy. He has fried eggs. He has eggs on toast. He has deviled eggs. Instead, he cooked them into fancy recipes that he found on the internet. So he goes on his computer and he looks up ways to cook eggs so that they taste special. One day, Bruce came across a recipe for hard-boiled goose eggs drizzled with honey salmon sauce. That is very fancy. So, look, he got his little shopping cart. Do bears have shopping carts in the forest? No, that is so silly. You only have shopping carts at the store if you go to Kroger or the grocery store or Walmart. So he went out to get the ingredients. The ingredients are how you cook things. So if your mommy is making chocolate chip cookies, the ingredients are flour and eggs and chocolate chips and sugar. The ingredients are things we put into things before we cook them so that they taste good. But first he caught a few salmon. Salmon are a type of fish, so he's in the water. Then he collected honey from a local beehive. Look, he broke that beehive. Those poor bees have been working so hard on their honey. He liked to support local businesses, you see. Last, he went to Mother Goose's nest to pay her a visit. Are these eggs free range organic? So he only wants the best kind of eggs. At home, Bruce prepared the eggs for hard boiling. So if you hard boil an egg, you put it in water that gets really hot and it starts boiling, and then it makes the eggs hard. So they're white and then they're yellow in the middle. But the fire in his stove fizzled. Fizzled means it goes out. If a fire goes out, it's fizzling. So he went out to get more wood. He left the eggs by themselves. What might happen when those eggs are alone? When I leave eggs at my house, they're fine, but I've never gotten eggs from a duck or a goose before. When Bruce came back, he was met with an unwelcome surprise. I wonder what that surprise is. What do you think might be there? Mama! Oh my goodness! Look, there's 4 little goslings, 4 little geese. And they think the bear is their mama. Bruce became the victim of mistaken identity. So the geese think that the bear is their mom. Can a bear be the mom of a goose? No, bears have bears and geese have geese. But they saw him and they think he's their mama. Bruce wanted hard-boiled eggs, not goslings. Look how mad he is. He supposed he could settle for better goslings on toast. He's going to eat them. He's going to put toast on them. But for some reason, he lost his appetite. Maybe because those little goslings are so cute, he can't eat them. I'm going to take this off so it's easier. Bruce scooped up the little geese and stopped back to their nest. Look, he has them in a shopping cart. I will have to ask Miss Goose about her return policy. So maybe your mom has bought something at Target and she returns it and they'll give you your money back or they'll take it back. So he's making a joke. He's going to ask Miss Goose. Only to find Miss Goose had flown south. Be back in April. So Miss Goose is gone. She's not there anymore. She can't take care of her babies. Bruce left the little goslings there anyway and went back home. So he left those little geese all by themselves. Can babies be by themselves? No, because babies don't know how to feed themselves. Babies don't know how to get things and do things on their own. They need somebody to take care of them. Oh, look, it says Mama. Mama. But he was followed. Look, they're going to follow him home. They said, you're not leaving me alone in this nest. Bruce was very stern and said things like, go away, and I'm not your mother. And also, I like you better when you were eggs. He doesn't like them now. They follow him around. Bruce could take it no longer and became extra grumpy with them. Oh, look at them. I wonder if they're scared because he roared at them. It didn't work. Goslings always follow their mother, even if she is a he and he is a bear. So no matter where he goes, those goslings are following him. They're saying, Mama, Mama. Look, he's pouting, stomping his feet around, and they're just following him along because they think he's their mama. He shouldn't have stolen those eggs, should he? Bruce was stuck with them. He couldn't get rid of them. He tried to make the best of it. So look, little geese like to swim. So he has them in a little pool. And look, he has a floaty on his waist. He has floaties on his arms that he can swim. It was hard work. Look, he's trying to keep them entertained. Just like your mommy's probably trying to keep you entertained at home. They're painting. He's carrying them around. He has to feed all of them. Ugh, ew, yuck. They don't like the food he made for them. And then look, they're all taking a nap because they're all exhausted. They are tired. Annoying baby geese. As the seasons passed, Bruce watched the pesky goslings grow older into stubborn teenage geese. Look, they're all listening to their music and grumping. Into boring old adult geese. So look how little the babies are, and they're yellow, and then when they grow up, they're brown and gray, and they have black necks. Then one fall afternoon, so they were babies in the springtime. A lot of animals are born in the springtime. It's springtime right now. It's when it gets warm and the flowers are blooming. And then in the fall is when it gets cold and the leaves change colors and they fall down. And in the fall, animals go south because they don't want to be cold. So see, all the birds are flying south. All the birds are trying to get warm before it turns winter. Then one fall afternoon, he saw other geese families flying south. Finally, he'd be rid of those geese and he could take a long winter nap. So remember, winter is when it snows and it gets really cold. In the winter, bears and fox and rabbits hibernate. They go to sleep all through winter because it's too cold. So he wants to hibernate. Bruce explained migration. Migration is when birds go south. Look, he's trying to show them how to fly. Because can bears fly? No, but geese can fly. But they didn't listen. Look, they're dressed for the fall. They have jackets and scarves and hats on. So I think they're going to stay. I don't think they're going to go south. Bruce needed the geese to leave, so he got creative. He has this goose on a slingshot. He's going to shoot him in the sky. Oh, look, he got planes. Nothing worked. The geese would not leave Bruce. They love Bruce. Look, he's trying to get him away, and they turned back and are chasing him. Sigh. So Bruce decided to pack some bags and take the geese to town. They boarded a bus. I wonder where they're going. And migrated to Miami. So Miami is in Florida and it's very warm there and they have beaches. And so they went to where it's warm and sunny and they went to the beach and like he's relaxing and the geese are in the water. Now every winter, Bruce and his geese head south together. They laze about the beach in tacky shirts, sipping ice cold lemonade while Bruce dreams of new recipes. Recipes that don't hatch. So hatch is when an egg opens and a bird comes out. Oh no, a little turtle found this goose and he said, Mama, do you think that turtle's going to start following the goose and think the goose is his mom? Very good. Okay, so let's think about this. Who were the characters in our story? The characters were Bruce and his little geese, right? Let me find a picture of the babies. Bruce and the geese were the characters. And for most of the story, where was the setting? Where were they? They were in the woods and in Bruce's house. At the beginning of the story, what was Bruce doing? What happened at the beginning? Bruce was grumpy and he liked to eat eggs, right? So he went around and he was going to make a recipe to cook eggs. And then something happened. What happened? The oven's fire went out, so he left. And when he came back, there were baby geese, and the geese were calling him Mama. And so, what did Bruce do when those geese were following him around? Did he love them or did he try to get rid of them? Yeah, he kept trying to get rid of them. But would the baby geese leave? No matter what Bruce did, they wouldn't leave, even when they grew up. So at the very end of the story, where did they go? To Miami. They're all together in the sun and the warmth because they didn't want to be in winter in the cold. Very good. Kiss your brains. I liked that story. That was a funny story because that bear was so grumpy. He didn't want to be around those geese. Those geese wouldn't leave him alone. Really fast, let's go over our letters and then we'll get off. What letter is this? L. L goes G, and the sound is G. Y, and the sound is Y. S, and the sound is S. I, and the sound is I. L. L goes L. K, and the sound is K. B, B. N, N. R, R. H, M, M. X, X. J, J. I, H, F, C, T, T, X, X, B, B, A, W, W, K, K, Q, Qu, U, V, V, S, S, U, I, capital J, J, O, Q, Qu. Oh, this is a T. T, T, D, D, C, K, R, R, A, J, J, P, P, E, Z, Z, O, D, D, P, P, W, W, G, G, Z, Z, F, V, V, N, N, E, Y, H, and M, Very good. So we read a story and then we reviewed all of our letters because we want to be ready for kindergarten. Awesome job. And let's do wow since our letter this week is W. Good job. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow.